good?
I can twist and get you saying
Does it matter? You remembering to change the tapes? Does that have a microphone too, or just my microphone?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say you really need to get a you need to work on your life skills. Listening to Craig at night to fall asleep to the television.
There are worse problems. Yeah, it's about 400. Maybe we should tell them off.
400 to 13.
1400. We've seen something at 31.
So it looked like you had a good calibration for 400 to 1300 with that, because you seem to have a nice mixture across the range.
So the two blends value, the adjusted value was better, or the one we
Not the two blends. Well, the two blends
that
we
gives you
can
the distribution.
in the ion trap. I was saying in the FT, you look like you had a fairly good calibration because you were mass biasing the center region, which is your 400 to 1400 you want to. Okay.
And remind me what causes the.
That's the transmission optics. Okay. And remember what it's doing.
Say it was off. Say it was not even.
Let's say the ultramark was real high.
Yeah.
What you could do is you could get rid of the masses out of the ultramark list right here. Okay. For your transmission calibration. You don't have to do it for mass, just transmission. Okay. And then add in one or two compounds. Okay. Pick some antibiotics at 350, 400. Okay. And that way when it calculates the spectrum quality, the spectrum quality score will be calculated with a heavier bias towards the low masses, and that will shift your transmission calibration to low mass. Okay, see how it works?
Doesn't it automatically do mass calibration after you do ion transmission?
But I always hit stop.
You just hit stop.
I just hit stop, or you just recalibrate.
Have to do the mass
separately.
So when you do the mass calibration, you should just do the normal list.
Just do the normal list, because that covers the whole range. Okay, you can have different you can use different mixtures for transmission. Excite doesn't matter what the hell you mix it with, It's only the mass calibration you want is covering the whole range you're going to scan, and then the transmission to be mass heavy where you want it to transmit the best. Now on the IT, okay, which in your case, is getting the ions to the trap, the biggest thing for mass there is the two blends. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to tune with something that has maybe like two peaks in it and adjust the two blends to get what you want.
So you were looking at 195 to judge the two blends.
For CalMix to be quote correct, yeah. we know from a quad, we have this quad machine which has no ion optics in it that gives us no mass bias whatsoever. That our mixture, molarity-wise, should give us 195 being 100% and the ultramark being 50% on the 195. So what I was doing is I was adjusting your tube.
Yeah, 195 is usually really high.
Right. So now, that assumes you made your mixture according to the recipe.
And 195 can disappear.
So if you've been pumping up the 195, then me adjusting the two blends is a load of crap. Okay. More importantly, just think about what you want. It'd be really cool to tune with the phospho.
Yeah,
okay.
We have leads, so we'll do that. We have a synthesized non-biologically occurring
phospho.
Tryptic. It has a license on the.
Did you guys synthesize it here or did you purchase it?
I synthesized it in San Diego.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you ever wanted to sell it, let me know.
No, we barely have any. It's critical to our. It's easy enough to do.
Okay, so I'm going to hit stop. And I'm just going to do excite quick. Yeah, since you guys were doing other things, I would just I transmission, excite, and mass calibrated all three positive ranges.
We we would never do that.
Though, if you're going to infuse this peptide, I would love to do MSMS on the FT of it.
Sure.
Just for, because one thing I wanted to, is there's a lot of debate about when you look at MSMS of a phospho, do you put this -18 on the serines and 3? Do you guys do a differential mod? In Gigi's paper he published just recently, he shows they search with -18 Daltons in the MS2 for serine and threonine.
-18.
He just mentioned the paper. He doesn't explain why or anything. So I'd love to have just a spectra that I can look at. And that's going to mass calibrate.
So lunch is coming up soon.
Oh, what time is it? I don't know. Is there somewhere to eat here?
In this building, unfortunately.
It's still pouring like hell. Cool. So is this a good, want to do the peptide after lunch?
Yeah.
Did you guys have any questions whatsoever about calibration? You understand the modes and the different... You got to pass isolation and activation, which is the frequencies of the dipolar being correct. So that when we have a mass, we calculate the frequency, it's the correct one we're applying. So that's ion trap. That is every 2 months or so. FT, okay, I picked manual, which allowed me to do only the modes that I wanted. So I picked all your positive modes, transmission and excite every few months. Probably around the same time I would do a full LTQ calibration when I would do transmission excite, just out of habit. Mass calibration every week, which could be any mixture you want. So if you find out that your Ultramark hangs around for a while, replace the Ultramark with other compounds like the polytyrosines from Sigma. Okay? You don't have to calibrate all the modes if you're not going to use them. Okay? Questions, thoughts, or comments? Cool. Now, you guys know how to so let's put the instrument into standby. Let's clean out the line. And you guys know how to back up your calibration? The master.cali file? Back up the current calibration? Cool.
It just times.
Works for me. Okay, now, be very careful. What I don't like is the fact that they put backup current calibration under restore backup calibration. Okay. It's very easy to slip the finger and kill the calibration. Okay?